Hey, hi, welcome to Geek in the Family. This is your host, Todd. We're going to take a look at Wizard101 and its new activity feature they just recently added called Monstrology. That's where you get to go out and collect the what they're calling the Animus or the essence of various monsters. Predominantly, it's going to be undead. There are a few of the uh, more recently added worlds that have very few undead, where they'll have other Animus spells available, but you won't get there until higher level, which is I'm not at those high levels yet. Right now, I'm on my death character. He's level 12, which is the minimum to do the monstrology. And when you log on, if you haven't done it, it's going to have a little icon here for Gilda Burke, who's the monstrology principal.
Wizard, the Ravenwood professors tell me you're a prime candidate to learn about monstrology. Meet me in Ravenwood whenever possible.
And she'll ask you to come down to Ravenwood. And she's right across from the Myth School, right here, standing there.
Can I help you? Oh, yes, of course. You're the one I was told about. I'm Principal Monstrologist, Gilderberg. Thanks for coming. Headmaster
All right.
Ambrose is allowing
So
me
she's got her
to
little
recruit
dialogue.
talented and studious young wizards for an exciting new elective program, Monstrology. It's an ancient practice from my home world, Albion, and I've come to share monstrology throughout the spiral. So let's get started.
Okay.
The motto of monstrology is know thine enemy. You'll learn to profile your enemy, extract their strengths, and use them to your benefit.
That's the whole idea.
We use special monstrological extract spells to enchant damage spells, which can then capture an enemy's very essence, or animus.
Okay.
An enchanted spell that deals damage will result in extraction of one animus. Plus, an additional animus is extracted with a defeating hit.
Now, I found out on some of my other characters, they're getting as many as 3 animus off of some of the undead that they're getting the essences off of.
Now pay attention here, because this is very important. To formally collect the animus you've extracted, you must win the duel. Once you've successfully collected an enemy's animus, their profile is added to your monstrology tool.
Look at the
So
bunny.
you can reference them at any time. There's much more to monstrology than that, of course, but I find 'tis easier to do than to listen. It's high time for some field work.
So now she's going to give us a quest,
Take this
and
extract undead animus spell and use it to capture the animus of any undead enemy you'd like to profile. Wait, since you're new to monstrology, you'll want to tussle with a low-level enemy to maximize your chances of animus extraction. Start with the Lost Souls on Unicorn Way. Extract one Lost Soul animus, then return here, and we'll wrap up your introduction to monstrology.
yeah, here we go. So she gives us a spell. If you check your spell book, if it you can add it in. I had some empty slots in my spell book here because I set one up for doing monstrology. You can also come in here and actually name your spell book with a monstrology. I've been doing monstrology farming 1 for now. That seems to be pretty good. And trying to keep the deck size relatively small so I got a good chance of getting out there and getting them fairly quickly. Because with the monstrology spells, you only got 3 or 4 or however many for the size of the spell book you got. In this case, it's 3. So the more spells you got in there, the harder it's going to be to get that to come up to be able to do your battles. So all we got to do is do 1 Lost Soul. The other thing is any spells that come off of an item, like your wands, you can't, like other spells add-ons, you cannot stack it onto those spells. So it's got to be a regular spell. All right, here we go. 1 Lost Soul coming up. And I got the Animus spell here. And nothing to... Yeah, I do. Right there. I can put it on my Banshee. Except the Banshee doesn't have enough energy. So we'll pass. Hopefully nobody will come here and interfere with my battle. place has been pretty busy with a lot of people showing up to do Monstrology. And here we go. So you can see on the spell, it's got a Monstrology symbol on it now. I'm going to cast over there. It briefly shows up at the top. And, of course, my spell fizzles. Never fails. Okay. Let's try this again. Yeah, that should work. Of course, this guy is death, and I'm using death spells. So let's hope that goes through and takes him down. It did. So there we go. I got 2 experience points and 2 lost soul Animus. So now all I have to do is go back to Gilda Burke, and we'll take a slight shortcut. And head in. Okay. And she'll go through the rest of the...
It's like an echo of the enemy you extracted it from.
I should have not gone so fast on those.
Not unlike the way one summons a minion. You can also create an expel monster treasure card that's basically an instant defeat, one-shot silver bullet against a particular monster. If used the proper lodgings, Animus can also be used to create house guests, as well as monster echoes that your friends can duel. And don't worry if your house isn't equipped with a Joe sigil. That's what the Monster Dome is for.
Yes. That's another item.
Now, if you've any questions, or simply feel the need for a refresher, consult the Monstromnibus here at any time. And remember, as your Monstrology level increases, so does the amount of monstrological spells you're privy to. So, keep an eye out for me in your journeys throughout the spiral. Until then, welcome to Monstrology. Go on then, Kraken.
Don't know what other world she's in other than Polaris and I think Avalon. I think she's in 3. So that's the first part of this. To access your Monstrology book, tome, you type T on the keyboard, or you can thumb through your backpack until you get to the Monstrology page. For the Lost Souls, it takes 6 to create a treasure card, 15 to create a house guest, and 15 to create a expel treasure card, and also a small pile of gold to go with it. If you want to check out where you're at on your Monstrology rankings, it's under the same tab as the activities, and then close in. There it is. I've got Monstrology rank 1 because I've only done 1, and that's the basics. Now I found that some bosses you can fight, like Lady Blackhope. In fact, you'll have to fight Lady Blackhope if you want to build the Monster Dome. And the other thing is it takes a lot more of those bosses to make an item. And here's the Monster Dome that she was Gilda Burke was talking about. You can buy it in the crown shop for 2,500 crowns, or you can get a recipe in from the recipe vendor, crafting recipe vendor in Marleybone for 25,000 gold, and then you just need to accumulate large quantities of Animus to make the treasure cards you'll need, because you'll need 10 treasure cards of Lady Blackhope, Foul Gaze, and one other. And each of those take 20 treasure cards, 20 Animus to make that treasure card. So be doing a bit of farming. So I think that's going to be a wrap for an introduction to Monstrology. Oh, one other thing to note, I found that with my characters that have an area effect spells like Sandstorm and Tempest, you can put the Extract Animus spell on that, and it will affect all undead that it hits. So if you got 3 undead that you're fighting and you put up a Tempest, Animus extract Animus on the Tempest spell. It'll extract Animus from all the targets, which is pretty nifty. So I think that's going to be a wrap for now. Thanks for tuning in to Geek in the Family. Hope you enjoy this and share it on your social media with other folks. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.